10 best strategies to build wealth and prosperity in life. So I'm Nitin Marketing, founder, Prosperity Lifestyle Hub.
I'm
So
so
let's
let's
start
start
the
the
topic.
topic.
The
The
best
best
strategies
strategies
to
to
build
build
wealth
wealth
and
and
prosperity
prosperity
in
in
life.
life.
So
So,
as
as
per
per
research,
research,
the
the
estimated
estimated
number
number
of
of
wealthy
wealthy
people
people
continues
continues
to
to
increase
increase
steadily.
steadily.
A
A
lot
lot
of
of
ordinary
ordinary
people are
people are
being
being
left
left
behind.
behind.
If you
If you
are
are
one
one
of
of
these,
these,
it
it
probably
probably
means
means
that
that
you
you
are
are
not
not
doing
doing
something
something
right.
right.
I'll
I'll
change
change
that
that
today.
today.
By
By
the
the
end
end
of
of
this
this
video,
video,
you
you
will
will
know
know
about
about
all
all
the
the
best
best
channels
channels
which
which
you
you
can
can
use
use
to
to
build
build
wealth.
wealth.
So
So
stay
stay
tuned.
tuned.
So
So
first
first
of
of
all,
all,
we'll
we'll
see
see
what
what
are the
are the
benefits
benefits
of
of
financial
financial
literacy.
literacy.
So
So
financial
financial
literacy
literacy
helps
helps
people
people
of
of
all
all
income
income
levels
levels
and
and
age
age
groups.
groups.
It
It
helps
helps
save
save
and
and
invest
invest
and
and
keep
keep
debt
debt
under
under
control.
control.
You
You
might have
might have
seen
seen
debt
debt
control
control
for
for
the
the
countries
countries
like
like
Pakistan
Pakistan
or
or
Sri
Sri
Lanka,
Lanka,
where
where
the
the
debt
debt
gone
gone
out
out
of
of
reach
reach
and
and
now
now
they are
they
in
are in
trouble.
trouble.
Same
Same
way,
way,
in
in
our
our
personal
personal
life
life
also, we
also,
can
we
have
can have
debt
debt
control.
control.
The
The
financial
financial
literacy
literacy
helps
helps
you
you
invest
invest
for
for
a
a
comfortable
comfortable
retirement.
retirement.
It
It
also
also
impacts
impacts
quality of
quality of
life.
life.
You
You
get
get
more
more
out
out
of
of
every
every
rupee
rupee
earned,
earned,
which is
which is
crucial
crucial
for
for
low
low
income
income
people.
people.
It
It
protects
protects
you
you
from
from
financial
financial
pitfalls.
pitfalls.
People with
People with
poor
poor
financial
financial
literacy
literacy
end up
end up
paying
paying
higher
higher
transaction
transaction
fees,
fees,
higher
higher
interest
interest
on
on
loans,
loans,
and
and
mainly
mainly
these
these
people
people
fall
fall
into the
into the
debt
debt
trap.
trap.
So
So
financial
financial
literacy
literacy
focuses on
focuses on
smart
smart
spending.
spending.
You
You
learn
learn
to
to
prioritize
prioritize
your
your
wants,
wants,
not
not
loans.
loans.
Spend
Spend
wisely
wisely
with
with
credit
credit
cards.
cards.
Avoid
Avoid
wasting
wasting
money.
money.
Money
Money
spent
spent
comes
comes
from
from
savings
savings
and
and
not
not
loans.
loans.
Understand the
Understand the
terms and
terms and
conditions of
conditions
the
of the
loan
loan
before
before
availing
availing
them.
them.
The
The
financial
financial
illiteracy
illiteracy
are
are
easy
easy
prey
prey
for
for
fraudsters as
fraudsters
well.
as well.
They are
They are
tricking
tricking
into
into
investing
investing
and
and
dubious
dubious
schemes.
schemes.
You
You
might
might
have
have
seen
seen
many
many
bank
bank
frauds or
frauds or
many
many
frauds which
frauds
are
which
coming
are
out.
coming out.
So
So
financial
financial
literacy
literacy
brings
brings
financial
financial
stability and
stability and
financial
financial
freedom.
freedom.
These
These
are the
are the
benefits of
benefits of
financial
financial
literacy.
literacy.
So
So
let us
let us
see
see
10
10
strategies
strategies
which
which
we
we
can
can
use
use
to
to
get
get
out of
out of
these.
these.
So
So
strategy
strategy
number
number
one.
one.
The
The
number
number
one
one
strategy
strategy
is
is
educate
educate
yourself
yourself
first.
first.
If
If
we
we
ever
ever
want to
want to
change
change
our
our
financial
financial
status,
status,
we
we
need to
need to
consider
consider
below
below
these.
these.
So you
So you
must
must
begin
begin
with
with
mindset.
mindset.
You can
You can
start
start
adjusting your
adjusting your
mindset
mindset
by
by
becoming
becoming
acquainted
acquainted
with
with
the
the
basics of
basics of
financing.
financing.
It
It
seems to
seems
be
to be
crazy
crazy
seeing
seeing
many
many
people
people
are
are
employed
employed
but are
but are
still
still
clueless
clueless
about
about
some
some
basic
basic
concepts like
concepts like
how
how
to
to
file their
file their
taxes.
taxes.
Some
Some
people
people
choose
choose
to
to
ignore this
ignore this
or
or
think
think
they can
they
just
can just
get
get
someone to
someone
do
to
it
do
for
it
them.
for them.
This is
This
not
is
a
not
good
a good
approach.
approach.
Know
Know
how to
how to
file
file
your
your
own
own
taxes is
taxes
a
is
good
a
idea.
good idea.
We should
We
be
should be
knowing
knowing
the
the
basic
basic
terms like
terms like
income,
income,
expenses,
expenses,
net
net
worth,
worth,
return on
return on
investment,
investment,
passive
passive
income,
income,
financial
financial
independence, and
independence,
so
and
on.
so on.
So read
So read
all the
all the
books
books
you can
you can
find
find
which are
which are
related to
related to
finance.
finance.
If
If
reading is
reading
not
is not
your
your
cup of
cup of
tea,
tea,
then you
then
can
you
listen
can
to the
listen to the
podcast
podcast
from the
from the
apps
apps
that make
that
you
make you
financially aware.
financially aware.
I have
I have
shared a
shared
link
a
of
link
my
of my
podcast
podcast
series
series
on
on
financial
financial
topics
topics
below.
below.
Living
Living
Life
Life
of
of
Prosperity
Prosperity
podcast
podcast
series
series
on
on
Spotify
Spotify Amazon Music, Anchor FM, and Apple Podcasts. You can also see my YouTube channel mentioned below on prosperity lifestyle topics on wealth, health, happiness, and spirituality. So, the main point is to never stop learning. While the learning process, you should also cautious about the internet has all kinds of information. While some are true, others are misleading. If you want to find out the best information, a good bet is to check out all the successful investors. Follow their social media pages and blogs because they should have some plenty insightful things to tell you. You can follow me on my blogs on nitinarkade.com. So the idea is to take financial literacy to the next level. So read as much as possible, as nothing is better than reading when it comes to financial literacy. Go through the personal finance section of the newspaper. Because of internet, to improve your knowledge or personal finance and become a financial literate. Use budgeting, savings, investing apps which provide access to financial literacy classes and tutorials. Attend financial education camps and workshops on personal finance. The final step is to put your learning to practice. Go over your finances and implement the financial tips you have learned. In Prosperity Lifestyle Hub Inner Circle, we discuss on such topics regularly to find out the best things in the market. With these easy steps, you can easily attain financial literacy and also make the best out of your available finances. So, number two strategy is get a regular income source first. If you want to become wealthy one day, then you better have a plan. The thing just can't happen as you wake up and decide that you want to start accumulating your wealth. So, first, you will need a game plan which should factor in your source of income, whether that will be a regular job or a hustle. Once you have saved up enough, you should then start researching way in which you can grow what you have saved into something substantial. So there are passive income ways which you can use in your life. So this might mean that investing in stock market, starting a business or getting education and certification for a higher income slab. Whichever you choose, make sure you are also mentally prepared for a potentially not working out of having to start all over again. So in Prosperity Lifestyle Hub, we discuss on such topics and we also find out how we can plan and implement our primary financial goals. Then we prepare for secondary financial goals to increase your financial wealth. And the third, how to make it sustained for that. So we discuss on these topics regularly on our Prosperity Lifestyle Hub. You can get the link below for the webinar. So number three strategy is make a budget and stick to it. For some reason, some people think that it's unpopular to have a budget. That having a budget and setting a limit on your spending is too strict on yourself. However, what they fail to see is that budgeting has a plenty of benefits. So first, you will become disciplined and stop yourself from overspending on things that aren't a priority. This can certainly help you build your savings and eventually your wealth. So I personally use 50-30-20 rule, which is quite simple yet very effective. Which is quite simple yet effective. 50% of the earnings goes to essentials like rent, food, health. 30% goes to my needs like shopping or entertainment, and 20% goes to my savings. So by planning your income this way, you will find your wealth growing steadily every month. In fact, it will be quite effortless for you. So the main point of budgeting is to reduce your spending and maximizing your savings. So you will be learning such techniques like compounding effect in prosperity lifestyle. It is pretty such like trading on one thing for other, with the only difference being saving is a way more beneficial than spending. Let's see the strategy number 4. Build an emergency fund. So imagine the scenario that you have a car. For several years, it has been working great for you. However, it's getting old now. It starts to develop a couple of problems now. It's your only car and you rely on it a lot for working and commuting. If anything bad were to happen to it, you would know whether the money would come from to replace it. But one day, the worst things happen and your car breaks down. The repair bill is enormous and you aren't sure where the money is going to come from. Your only choices are selling an investment to pay for the repair, or go in debt which you will have to pay a higher interest on. I'm guessing you're probably thinking right now because there are not the best options in the world. If you want to avoid such stressful decisions, you will have to build yourself an emergency fund. Life can be very unpredictable. For example, in the car example just talked about, if your car breaks down in the middle of nowhere and you are got no insurance, the emergency fund would have come and saved your way. This is just a fund you ought to keep that will help you in times of unplanned situations. That requires urgent funding. Although some else investors have already taken the step now, have an emergency fund. They sometimes forget that a good emergency fund should be able to take you through 6 to 12 months of living expenses. Need for such a fund was made clear for a lot of people during the recent pandemic, when most of them lost their jobs and have no formal income. Once you started building your emergency fund, you can just put it in your savings account where it is easier to access if the needs arise. We are going to talk about emergency fund strategies in our prosperity lifestyle. So strategy number 5, invest money. So now that you have built yourself an emergency fund, it's safe for you to start investing so that money can start growing for you. There are a variety of options where you can choose to invest your money. But first of all, you will have to do your homework because you couldn't want to invest in something you will not be able to keep up with. You might have seen people investing haywire without planning. Someone is coming to you, giving you luring uh, opportunities, and you invest in there without prior planning or strategizing. So you can begin by investing in stocks by buying them on stock market. And if you don't know, buying stocks is almost like having a piece on a company. You will profit from the slightest rise in the piece of shares as well as dividends that will be paid out. Although they are all times riskier than bonds, their risks are depending on corporation. If you are not comfortable with stocks, then you can choose mutual funds or bonds. These act like IOUs, which is an informal document acknowledging them. From a company or a government, technically, if you buy bonds, then the issuer always gives you their word to give back the money with a profit on a certain period of time. So you will also have to go proper research on the types of bonds you are taking to avoid any surprises. Get to know the bond rating agencies assigned. Alternatively, you could go to mutual funds as well. So this simply means that you are buying a pool of securities. Most of the time, it includes stock, bonds, or mixture of both. Although mutual funds are quite risky, they also bear very good rewards in the end. What you will need to be aware of as a young investor is that all three work well but are still risky. All it takes is right time and right approach for investment. We discuss about these topics in Prosperity Lifestyle Hub, which kind of bonds to be invested, which kind of mutual funds to be invested, when to come in, when to go out, and how to protect your investments. So topic number 5, strategy number 5 is automate your financial life. Most of us are familiar with how stressful handling money is, from the bills and debts to savings and investments. It sometimes feels like too much. At times, we tend to spend money we weren't supposed to end up forgetting to pay certain bills. Because of this, we are too busy. Luckily, there are a couple of ways to get this done automatically. Many financial advisors would suggest you that have a fixed percentage that is deducted from your salary each month to cover your debts, savings, investments. If you activate this feature, there is no payday that will go back without you disturbing it equally. The more you do this, the more you will get used to it eventually. So you don't even notice the money you have saved from the salary. It is pretty genius, isn't it? It's a perfect example of working smart and not working hard. So strategy number 7, increase your retirement savings. The strategy saving money is an amazing way to compound your wealth into fortunes. This is often very evident to most individuals who are saving up for their retirement. Some very common ways to do so as by using PF accounts in India or 401k account in US or IRA account in US. In both types of accounts is one that it is given by the employer to help save employees' salary for retirement. So most of the time the money is put into good use through bonds, mutual funds, stocks, guaranteed investment contracts, target date fund, or your employer's stocks. With this plan in play, you can contribute a percentage of your salary that will be used as an investment, which is later put into your retirement fund. The best thing about these plans is that you can choose when to be fixed, whether at the beginning or at your withdrawal when retired. The other one is which is a tax advantage funds in the retirement planning where you can invest in tax saving investments. You can contribute money with reducing the taxes. So strategy number 8, stay diversified. So ever heard the proverb, never put all your eggs into one basket? You see, this simple proverb has a much deeper meaning to it. From a business perspective, it simply means that you shouldn't invest all your money in one place. You know, some people may say that you will have more if you invest all your money in one place. But these type of people haven't really thought about your financial security. It's not a surprise that some businesses fail or that the market fall drastically. But it will be a shock if that happens and you will put all your money by losing at the end. The best way to stay safe is by putting your money in different investment sectors so that in case of loss, you will still have something to keep you going. In Prosperity Lifestyle Hub, we discuss deeply about these strategies and how to plan our investments and how to make control on that. So, strategy number 9. So explore passive income idea. If you really want to build your wealth, then you need to think more about how you will build it every further. So it's okay if you got a job that pays you well, but if you are being true to yourself, you should ask yourself, is that all you need? I already know the answer to that. Find yourself a job that will make you some money even as you sleep, something that doesn't require you full attention. There are plenty of options currently like blog posting, marketing, selling digital products, drop shipping, and many more. We discuss in Prosperity Lifestyle Hub about n number of ways of generating passive income and strategies to be implemented in each of these. So the best and most profitable way to earn a passive income is by investing in real estate. We also discuss about investment in real estate in our Prosperity Lifestyle Hub. So although it sounds like easy money, passive income jobs also require some serious attention, and some need very large amounts of capital, especially at the start. If you find yourself a way to earn some passive income, I bet you will be better off than the few who depend on their full time job. But this strategy is riskier than ever. You can see people around you getting pink slip anytime in the job and are going out of salary. They lose their jobs and they are in a soap because they have not created any strategies for their life. We are creating strategies for our organizations. We are implementing that strategies day in, day out. But we are not doing that for ourselves. We have a resistance to that. So in Prosperity Lifestyle Hub, we discuss on these topics and how to break the resistance, how to be serious on the life goals which we have, how to get freedom in each area of life. So strategy number 10, use Robo Advisor. I have not used this, but I have learned a lot on this. I am going to work on this. So maybe in future, I'm going to share something more about this. So managing businesses can sometimes be challenging, especially for those who lack of knowledge. Nobody should struggle with their bonds ETFs. Now there are specialists for it. The robo advisor simply gathers information for their clients through online surveys and makes the necessary investments on their behalf. Despite the fact that many people don't trust these guys, they usually make the correct investment decisions. Once you have mastered all these, you can proceed and consider the channels rich people follow to grow their wealth. It makes no difference if you have a nice job that pays well or something else, or if you have a business. So if you found this video interesting, so that's all in this 10 strategies for investing. If you found this video interesting, you might really like to listen more of this, which talk about which way we can double your money. So thanks for listening. I have shown my contacts. So I am Nitin Narkade, founder of Prosperity Lifestyle Hub. You can reach to me to the links nitinnarkade.com for blogs. For YouTube videos, you can reach to handle @Nitin Narkade. At Instagram, you can reach to Nitin P. Narkade. At Spotify, you can reach to spotify.com/MW6F. And on Facebook.com, you can reach me to Nitin Narkade Coach. So thank you. Thank you for listening. That's all from my side today. We'll be